Good morning. Well, I don't think we have any eggs today. I know. We had like 12, 14 dozen last week. So, goodness. You will see this in the paper. You might get emails. It's called My Tri 2030, for My Tri-Cities 2030. And what that is, it's a project. I'm not really involved, but I know most of the people that are. And it's for improving the Tri-Cities. They honestly are sending out questionnaires, and they really want people to answer them. Find out what it is you want for the Tri-Cities in 2030. So it's complete grassroots. The Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring part of it. So just do your best when you see it. Go ahead and respond. It's really a great project and something that's really important to the Tri-Cities and for your future. So My Tri 2030. All right. Botanically speaking, the banana is an herb, the jalapeno is a fruit, and apples and peaches are members of the rose family. Who knew that? Who knew that? You're smart. You're smart. I didn't know that. I probably should have, though, because I know I've read that before. But let's see. What do we have? Well, our expo is coming up. This is really important for the church. You know, we do it once a year. This will be the 18th year we've done it. It's our outreach program. Very important. We really need items for the silent auction. We really do. So if you know of anything, we're getting close. It's the first full weekend in April, and so that's really important. Tons of volunteers, so thank you. Couldn't do the show without you, so thank you for that. On the drum? Oh, okay. Thank you. And we have posters if you want to put something like that up at work. We've got flyers for people to hand out. So just take a handful of these and just pass them out to people. It's got pertinent information, gives the admission, and of course it's $1 off if you bring a canned food item or pet food. So no milk or anything, just pet food. So do what? Sure. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. We do have a couple patron saints by the name of George Lennon and John Carlin. Nobody caught that? Okay, all right, just going, oh, it's just Phil. Yeah. No, it's George Carlin and John Lennon, of course. And John said, when we say, war is over if you want it, we mean that if everyone demanded peace instead of another TV set, we'd have peace. So, there you go. And George, as soon as someone is identified as an unsung hero, he no longer is. Go figure. Go figure. And I got a new book. I know, quotes. So, thank you, Nancy. She's not here, so she's in back. You know, Nancy is our bookkeeper, and actually she's coming now. Give her a big thank you when she walks in, because she does so much work for the church that... Thank you, Nancy. That's for you. Just 'cause. Just 'cause. Yeah. I have somewhere seen it observed that we should make the same use of a book that the bee does for a flower. She steals sweets from it, but does not injure it. Isn't that nice? And I pluck up the goodlysome herbs of sentences by pruning, eat them by reading, digest them by musing, and lay them up at the length on the high seat of my memory by gathering them together. That so, having tasted their sweetness, I may the less perceive the bitterness of life. Queen Elizabeth. So, the mind will quote whether the tongue does or not. To select well among old things is almost equal to inventing new ones. Okay. More little kids describing love. My mommy loves me more than anybody. You don't see everybody else kissing me goodnight to go to sleep. Love is when mommy gives daddy the best piece of chicken. Love is when mommy sees daddy smelly and sweaty and still says he's handsomer than Robert Redford. Back when Robert Redford was a lot younger, so now he's just old like a lot of us. So. Okay. More laws of nature. If there are only 2 people in a locker room, they will have adjacent lockers. The chances of an open-faced jelly sandwich landing face down on the floor covering are directly correlated to the newness and cost of the carpet or rug. No matter where you go, there you are. Anything is possible if you don't know what you're talking about. If the shoe fits, it's ugly. A closed mouth gathers no feet. As soon as we find a product that we really, 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 really like, they stop making it. Yeah, or stop. What is that all about? We have that happen all the doggone time. Amazing. It's amazing. Jan, did you want to talk about anything or anybody about the expo or anything? Since Valerie's not here? Yep. Okay. In a small Texas town, Mount Vernon, I know where that is, Drummond's Bar began construction on a new building to increase their business. The local Baptist church started a campaign to block the bar from opening with petitions and prayers. Work progressed right up to the week before the opening when lightning struck the bar and burned it to the ground. The church folks were rather smug in their outlook after that until the bar owner sued the church on the grounds that the church was ultimately responsible for the demise of the building, either through direct or indirect actions or means. The church vehemently denied all responsibility or any connection to the building's demise in its reply to the court. As the case made its way through the court, the judge looked over the paperwork. At the hearing, he commented, "I don't know how I'm going to decide about this, but as it appears from the paperwork, we have a bar owner who believes in the power of prayer and an entire church congregation that does not." Yeah. All right. We're going to do something really, really different today. We're going to go back a number of years, not use any electronics except for some music, and we're going to actually sing a song out of our songbook. So the songbook should be in front of you somewhere there, someplace on your seat. It's an old song for us. It's kind of, we've called it one of our church songs, and it is "Walk in Balance." So under the W's. All right.
We must learn to walk in balance, sacred steps to take, weaving peace and understanding.
Oops, hold on. I'm not distracted by expo stuff. No, not at all. Okay, communion. that needs to go around again? We're looking for people who could do one Sunday a month. So it'd be like a mini ministry, and you just take like the first Sunday or the third Sunday or something, and that would make it really easy. So if you could consider that, that'd be great. I'm going to send this around. Ponder that if you would. Thank you much. Well, good morning. Good morning. Last week we talked about positive thought, and we talked about how our body communicates with us. So Sunday afternoon, get home and wrestle a bit, and then Phil and I go out and do some yard work. Was that Sunday afternoon? Whatever it was. Whatever. Next thing you know, I'm doing nothing, right? I'm just picking up some branches and using the little trimmers and cutting them into small pieces and throwing them into the trash. This is not hard work. Next thing you know, and I'm not using my knees to do anything. I'm like bending over. These are not big branches. My knee, pulled my knee out, hurt it like heck. So I thought, okay, what do knees mean, right? So we were talking about knees last week. And knees can be pivot point. They're a place where you change directions. And I had just that morning had been able to ask for assistance in 2 areas that really I needed help with. And that's very foreign to me. So that was a changing direction, and my knees were screaming at me about that. So I had to, because my response is I should be able to do it all. I shouldn't have to ask anyone. I should be able to do it all. Anybody else have that same kind of opinion about life? Okay. Take heed. You get to be a certain age and that doesn't work anymore. And if you don't pay attention to that, you burn yourself out or you wear yourself down or whatever. Anyway, so it's time for me to start delegating more of what other people could do better than me. I don't need to hang on to this stuff. They could do it better. It's time to allow other people to step up. So I spoke to my knee, and I kept talking to my knee. I said, it's safe, good, right, and true to let other people shine. And within 24 hours, my knee is better. And I don't know about you, but usually if I strain or pull something, it takes forever to get over. So it was amazing that that knee shifted itself that fast with that new mindset. So what we say to ourselves is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. So that sets us up for what I'm going to be talking about here in just a second. So then, Beth, wave your hand in the air over here, Beth. Beth's working on a workshop for our expo on finding your superpower, your expo superpower, where she gets these 3 different cards and 3 different statements, 3 different words that create a phrase that's like awesome. Here's the one and then you, with your intuition, you choose them. And so the ones that I chose for myself was Guru of Spiritual Healing. Pretty accurate, right? Don't you think? So, and she's doing a whole bunch for the expo, doing new ones. So she said, if anybody has new words for me, so we're sending a bunch of words out. And I found that as I was just reading all of these positive words, I felt really good. I thought, oh, look, the power of positive words. And then I heard, well, you know. As soon as I hear, well, you know, it's like, oh, no, this is something I don't know. I better pay attention. So I heard, well, you know, every word has an energetic structure. And I thought about that. And as I was pondering that, pondering is a big thing for me. I pondered that. As I was pondering that, I would say a word and I could see the structure that was built. And if I said a positive word, the structure was supportive and strengthening. And if I said a negative word, it was sharp and harsh and heavy or distorted. So let me share with you a couple of the words that I want us to try this actually. Reason being. In Proverbs 15:4, a soothing tongue is a tree of life, but perversion in it crushes the spirit. So when we say harsh things or hear harsh things, it's hard on our spiritual being. It's hard on us. And when we emit those words, it's hard on us. It's not structurally sound. It doesn't support us at all. Phil and I do this thing. I usually share it in Dream Quest. I haven't done Dream Quest in a while. Where he speaks a word and then he has this process by which he can show that your energy field is diminished with a negative expression. But he does it with thinking. If you think a word, you'll get this. Sorry, it's a little warmer up here than it is down there. If you think a word, it's just as powerful as if you said it. If you think a word, it's just as powerful as if you said it. There's emanations that express themselves in your energy field, and they're evident. He had this big guy, we knew, this was years ago. He was a firefighter. He was a big guy, kind of a macho guy. So we were showing this test. So he would silently get in his space, and he would think this thought, and then do the muscle testing, and his arm just dropped like a rock. And he did a first muscle test, just regular, see what it was like, and he was nice and strong. And then all Phil had to do was he stepped back, thought a word, and it wasn't even targeted at him, it was just a negative word. Dropped his energy field. He said, well, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Do that again. Phil did it 3 times. He said, oh, this is just baloney. Didn't want to do it anymore. It's powerful. The words we think even have energetic structure. So I want us to try a couple of words because I think they're really powerful. And I want you to see a couple of things when we say these words. I want to say it first, me say it. And then I want you to just be. See where your body receives the word. Whether it's in your solar plexus, whether it's in your throat, whether it's in your mind, whether it's in your back. We all perceive differently. There's no wrong way to perceive. A lot of Beth and Valerie do a class. Isn't it this week, the Applied Intuition class? There's no wrong way. We all just do it differently. And if you can learn what your methodology is, then you can utilize it in everyday life and you can use it for your benefit. So I want you to hear it. And I want you to see, where does it enter your being? And once you receive it, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What is the energetic structure of it? Your energetic structure may be different than my energetic structure, but it will have an energetic structure. When I spoke negative words I would consider negative, well, let me just tell you what came up for me. Like when I said fear. Say it 3 times. Fear. Fear. It just felt sharp. You feel that? Or did you feel it in your body? Okay. So when you have a heads up of where you're experiencing this, and you're in tune with that, when your body gives you that signal, you can go, oh, either I'm in fear, somebody else is in fear, somebody else is experiencing something negative, and you have a heads up and you can shift. This is all about taking power in your own life. Okay? So wherever you felt that, what does it look like? I'm going to say it again 3 times. What does it energetically look like for you? Fear. 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 What does it look like? For me, it was a cloud. It really was a cloud, just kind of draped over me. It was heavy and this looming thing over my body. So, cancel, cancel. Let's shift that. So you want to cancel? Cancel, cancel. You've been doing this all week? This is powerful stuff. Cancel, cancel. That shifts everything. I can have Phil do the singing bowl if we get stuck in something. Trying to decide which one to do next. Worry. 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 Where do you feel that? What does it look like? For me, worry was this big giant grist mill, the big stone, has a hole in the center, and it usually was used to crush grain, whatever, however that worked. I don't know. Only it's on its side, and it's going slowly around. It's almost like crushing me, crushing my thoughts. That's what worry felt like to me. Cancel, cancel. Get that out of your system. Here's one I say to myself. You might say this one to yourself. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. Where did that fit for you? Where did that get into your being? It's really funny. There's another Bible verse I just thought of where whisperings are like tiny morsels that go into your innermost part of your being. I felt this not good enough go all the way into my guts. All the way into my being. Deep. This one went deep. I can't. Did I do I can't? I can't. I can't. Phil has a story about I can't. While you're pondering, I can't. Did you get I can't? I can't. Phil has a story about this. He's got this obsession with Volkswagens now. And he has a bug, and he has a square back, and he has a bus. And he's been working on his bus, and the bus had some rust that he had to cut out. And before this bus, he said, I can't do fabrication. And now that he has this, he's been doing fabrication. He's been doing that. So we can't because we haven't learned how yet. But sometimes that structure, the energetic structure of I can't, is blinding and restraining. Where did you feel that in your body? Shoulders? For me it was like barbed wire around my whole body. I can't. Can't do it. Cancel, cancel. We don't want that. I'm going to do one last one of the negative and then we're going to move on. How does that sound? Okay, both. I'll do the other one too. Stupid. Oh, groanies on that one. That was a groaner. It went like a wave through the church. Did you feel that? Stupid. Stupid. Where do you feel stupid? The head. Yeah. Not fun. Can you feel the energetic structure of it? What does that feel like for you? Sharp. Well done. Sharp. It's sharp. Most of this negative stuff is really sharp. It's confining, restrictive, and sharp. It doesn't feel good. And yet we say this stuff to ourselves all the time. Or God forbid, somebody else says it to us. Or thinks it about us, or whatever. Last one. And this is a word I do not like to use. Cancel, cancel. Thank you, thank you. I prefer not to use this word. I'm going to say next, because it has such harsh overtones. But for the point that I'm trying to make today, it's imperative that I share it with you. If you find yourself using this word, please stop. Please stop. Find a new way to convey your displeasure with something. All right? There's lots of ways to say, I prefer to do this rather than that. But please don't use this word. Or please find a new way to use this word. I'll put that in positive. Here's a word. And tell me how this one feels for you. Hate. 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 Where did that one hit you? That was a whole body thing. Brick wall. Smacked you right in the face. Cancel that one out. Okay, here's the thing. You'll see people on Facebook spewing that word or whatever. And it could be simple as, I dislike intensely housework. You know, just don't use that word because it's really harsh. There's lots of other words you could use. Increase your vocabulary a bit. I disdainfully disappreciate. I mean, I don't know. I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your request. I don't know. Just something other than that word, because it is that painful and harsh in your being. That makes sense? And what did that one feel like? What is the energetic structure of that one? It was dark, heavy, sharp. Separation. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. You want to isolate yourself? Use that word. Go right ahead. But don't get near me, because I'm going to back the heck away from that. Cancel that one. Mr. Phil, would you use the singing bowl and just clear the space? I had intended to do a negative and a positive, a negative and a positive, but the guidance I got this morning as I sat down was different. So this will give us a chance to experience that and then clear it up. This singing bowl is tuned to your throat chakra, which is truth. Okay, let it go. Nicely done. Thank you, Mr. Phil. We all appreciate that this morning. Oh, what instrument do you play? I play the singing bowl. So let's just try the word truth. 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 And you can feel yourself being supported by that. There is an energetic structure that supports you. It's almost like a scaffolding being created around you to support you. Here's another one. Love. 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 Like it? Joy. Joy. So where are these words hitting you? Are they all hitting you in the same place, or are they different again? So this is just see how they're different? Now the difference I want you to pay attention to here is the fact when you're off kilter and you feel it, pay attention. Either someone is in a really bad space, send them love, send them light, instead of going, I don't like that person. I may HATE them. No. Send them love and light. Shower them with an energetic structure that helps them grow beyond wherever they're at. Does that make sense? Peace. 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 Peace, dude. Is this the right one? Peace, dude? Is this peace, dude? Okay, now here's one I want you to really get to, because this one is going to be a key to unlock a lot of stuff for you. Okay? Do we need to cancel, or we can hold on to those and add more? Here's what I want you to add, and I want you to really, really sense this one. Willing. 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 We get so stuck in our stuff that if we could become willing, then we have an opportunity to see things differently, do things differently, be different. But it requires willingness. Bill had to become willing to be able to get a hammer and a thing and smack on that bus and bend that metal around, because he wasn't willing before, because he thought he didn't know how. And it wasn't until he whacked it a few times, go, oh, I can do this. Because he was willing, then people stepped out of the blue and said, oh, I know how to do that, let me help you. Let me show you how to do that better. When we become willing, the universe sees that energetic construct and brings to us stuff. Brings to us opportunities, brings to us people that can help. It's powerful. When you find yourself stuck, your power word is willing. If you find yourself disheartened, your power word is willing. Words have power, and they have this energetic spiritual structure that supports you and allows the universe to change in your behalf. Miraculously, you'll just bump into somebody you haven't seen in 20 years and they have just the information you need. You ever had that happen? Because you were willing. That's the power of that one. Blessed. 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 Now that one feels a little different, doesn't it? Where do you resonate with blessed? Heart space. You just get that, don't you? Last word for our test drive today. Because I think you guys are going to go home and you're going to listen to everything you say. And you're going to perceive everything you say. You're going to see the energetic structure of everything you say and do. Harmony. 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 Feels good, doesn't it? It's interesting, the energetic construct of these positive, powerful words. They tend to be more upright, more uplifting, more strengthening, and you can feel them from the inner parts of your body outside and into your energy field. They're there, and you can lean on them. The Divine Fellowship here, we're for joy, enlightenment, and spiritual sanctuary. We want you to have fun. We want you to learn a thing or two. We're here to make you think. We're not here to tell you how to think or what to think. We want you to think. Think. And think with your heart as well as your mind. I want you to perceive and experience that. And then spiritual sanctuary. We want you to be safe here. We want this to be a safe place for you to explore your spiritual journey. Because nobody's going to tell you how it's supposed to be. We don't care what you believe. We care that you believe. And guess what? Your faith can change. Your faith can shift. Your faith can adapt. Because you're human. That's what we do, is change. We don't like it, but it's there. So the energetic structure of this building is joy, enlightenment, and spiritual harmony. And if you can have a sense, did you feel different when you walked in this door? Most people can feel it when they walk in. Some people feel it and go, oh, this is weird, I'm out of here. And others walk in and go, oh, I'm home. I feel I'm home at last. Because you resonate with that. It's harmonic to who you are and where you are in your life. And it supports and guides and assists you. So when our last word was harmony, you were harmonizing also with the structure that's been created here. Now to maintain this energetic structure, we did, years ago we did this process where we got some crystals and things and we blessed them, and then we buried them in the corners of the property. So that's an energetic structure. Since that time, I think Mary Loga was the key instigator of this. There's crystals and salt and other stones in little cups that we place it at the corners of the inside the building. So this building that will hold and resonate with the structure that we set. And the structure that we've created for you is joy, enlightenment, and spiritual sanctuary. So this is a safe place. In our intent, it's a safe place for you to be, just be, and explore different spiritual things. And guess what? You don't have to agree with me at all. Matter of fact, if you don't, glory hallelujah, it means you're thinking. And you got your own mindset. That's fine. If you agree with me, glory hallelujah, you're thinking. You got your own mindset. We could be in harmony about that. I guess I get really on my high horse about religious groups that try to tell the membership how to think and how to feel and how to experience life. I want you to think. I want you to experience it yourself. You're going to have a whole unique perspective on things because you're different than me. All I can do is just share what works for me and how it's supportive of me. And if it helps you, that's great. If it doesn't, that's great. Dust that off your shoes and walk on. Make sense? So now I'd like to... Water, Mr. Phil. Thank you, dear. Now I'd like to walk you through a guided meditation. Any questions about this process? Can you see how the words we say is this tree of life? You can lengthen your life and bless your life and help your life be better by what you say and what you allow yourself to hear.